Let's see if I'm public or not. Sometimes. Okay, I am. I am. Should I make a poll? Today only subscribers can comment. I'm just testing this. I am. Should I make a poll? Okay. I see two now. Hello and welcome. If possible, drop a like. I'm gonna make a poll actually to see if my audio is clear or not. Let's make a poll. Should I make it here? I think so. Where's the poll option? Got it. Just make one. Why can't I keep it here? I think that's just a good spot for this. Okay, whatever. Okay, I see somebody now. Can you vote if my audio is loud and clear? Hopefully it is. Only subscribers can comment today, so if you can't, it means you're not my subscriber. I'm just testing. Okay, I see 5, and I'm sure 5 of you are not my subscribers. So subscribe if you want to comment something. Or vote, at least. I'm about to read some stories in a bit. I'm just waiting for more audience, you know? But I will start. I will start soon. I'm just waiting. Till then you can say anything you want. I'm all ears. Eight. That's great. That's great. 11 now. I see 11. But not a single vote. 12. That's cool. Seven. Okay, it's dropping. Today I face any kind of lag, necessary lags for that situation going on. I'm gonna end the stream. Because, of course, internet can get slow, but my situation is unusual. It's just my router situation. And I explained it a lot of times already. So I feel kinda stupid explaining this over and over again, because... Okay. My life sucks. It's not even my fault. It's not even my fault. Even my fault. It's not even my fault. Okay, my audio is loud and clear. Hello? I just started. I didn't do anything. Can you confirm if my audio is loud and clear? Everything is loud and clear, right? Okay. No, you're not late. You're not late. I'm just getting started. I didn't do anything. I didn't talk. I was just setting things up. No audience so far. As you can see, you're the first. Audience so far. As you can see, you're the first. And Eleanor. Okay, yes, your audio is loud and clear. Okay, that's what I needed to hear. Okay. How's your health, by the way? Oh, you can't hear me actually, right? You can't hear me. Today, if I face any kind of lags, I'm gonna end the stream. Because, this situation needs to be fixed, no matter what. And it hurts. I can hear you kinda. Okay, so you can hear me kinda. And your mom is not near you, right? To help? You don't have to stay, get well soon, recover first, heal your ears, and then you can join. I don't mind. It's not like every single stream you gotta be... no, don't do that, at least you're trying. Yeah, of course, I am trying. Okay, Eleanor. You're still here, right? I'm gonna read some stories only when everything goes smoother. For now, let's just talk and build the momentum. Because there's no point to start anything if I face obstacles after obstacles. Okay, so you're here. Today I did something, by the way. Only subscribers can comment. So any passerbys, they won't be able to do anything. They won't be able to comment or vote. They have to subscribe and wait, and then they will be able to do stuff, So it's like I'm hurting my stream on purpose, but I need to test this out, So I'm gonna test how it works. It's okay if one stream goes too bad. I don't have to do well every single time, even though there are so many streams I didn't even reach a single human. It was different, definitely. But today you won't see any, you won't see... Subscribe to comment. Yeah, exactly. Subscribe to comment. I'm not like blackmailing anyone. I didn't disappear. I was here. I just checked if everything is fine or not. I'm gonna fix that situation. Don't worry about it. You didn't? Oh, it's because of the special effect. I can vanish anytime. I'll do that later, again. Actually, It glitched a little bit, and I was already gone, so it felt like I vanished. But I was here. I'm here. I think everything is smooth now. Can I remove the restrictions midstream? Let me check. Let me check. Yeah, it was a lag. When it lagged, I was already gone, so you didn't realize it. Can I remove the restriction midstream? I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can do that. Somebody voted, they can't hear me loud and clear. Makes no sense, since you said I'm loud and clear. And I really trust your opinion. That's the reason you're the moderator. Okay, let me see if I can actually remove the restrictions midstream. It's not possible, I think. I already set things up. But can I do that? Today I got like 3 stories almost. One is from Pink Sugar, another is from a friend called Patricia. She's not here, she's working, but I'm gonna read her story anyway. And another is Collected. So 3 interesting stories. And they're unexplained, kind of. So that's interesting. Do tell me if you face any kind of... So I'm just waiting for some more people to join. Somebody asked me what the timing of the stream. I told her that I'll be online around this time. It seems like she wasn't notified. Oh, I can change that midstream if I want. Okay. Take your time. No, I shouldn't stop the test. I should give it enough time. So I will. So I will. I'm not gonna hurt my stream for no reason. I can see somebody just joined. Let me check the story first before reading it properly. I hope it's a good one, but let's try. I can't promise if the story is too good because for me it's gonna be new too. I just checked the first few lines. So here we go. Oh, I think I know the story already. But on December 26, 1900, a supply ship called the Hesperus was delayed by rough seas while heading towards a remote lighthouse off the coast of Scotland. Yo, what's up? Hell yeah! Cool name. Your name says you're very energetic already. Yeah, I'm just reading some stories. That's what I do usually. And I'm waiting for some more people to join. Usually, I let anybody comment, but this stream, only subscribers can comment, and I assume you are subscribed to me for a while. You're subscribed to me, right? I think so. I hope everything is fine today. And we have a good time. Do drop a like when you can. I hope you guys can hear me. I don't want any kind of... I know I lagged. I know. I want you guys... Did I lag again? Hopefully not. I don't know what happened these days. So, I want you guys to have a smooth experience, you know? So do tell me if you can hear me loud and clear. If you're having any trouble. So, let's read the story. I think a lot of times the lag is what's making me lose audience. The lag. Okay, welcome back. So if it's not fine, I'm not subscribed. Fix that, and I do subscribe now. Okay, you subscribe now, that's why you can comment. Exactly. Like, a new subscriber can comment as well. You don't have to be an old subscriber. The point is, no passerby, nobody, like random swiping, they can't comment today. If they feel like commenting, they have to enter the stream and subscribe, and then they can. I just did that. I'm just testing. If it goes very smooth and well, like, I don't know why I did that. I just wanted to test it. So let's see how it works. But thank you for subscribing. And after that, if you feel like unsubscribing, feel free to do that. Your life, your wish. I'm not forcing anyone. I just did that to see how many loyal audience I get today. Okay. On December 26, 1900, a supply ship called the Hesperus was delayed by rough seas while heading towards a remote lighthouse off the coast of Scotland. So it's a Scottish story. The lighthouse stood on Ailean Moor, not alien, Ailean Moor. The spelling is E-I-L-E-A-N, Ailean Moor. One of the Flannan Isles, a place so isolated that locals believed it was cursed. Okay, that's clear. Avoided by fishermen, and once used only by monks who feared staying overnight. Okay, that's a spooky atmosphere already. I hope it's clear. 3 men were stationed there. 3 men. James, Thomas, and Donald. Okay, that's actually getting interesting. James was the head keeper. All experienced, all reliable. Okay, so it's a clear situation. When the ship finally arrived, something was very wrong. The lighthouse that wouldn't answer. As the Hesperus approached, the lighthouse was dark. No flag, no signal, no response. It reminds me of that movie of Robert Pattinson, The Lighthouse. Remember, Eleanor? Relief keeper Joseph Moore climbed the steep... Okay, relief keeper Joseph Moore climbed the steep stone steps alone. As he reached the door, he later said, "I had a feeling as though something was watching." That sounds kinda typical, but they said it's a true experience. It's not a made-up story. The door was unlocked. Inside, everything felt off. Moore noticed immediately. The kitchen table was overturned. A chair lay on its side. One oilskin coat was missing. Two were still hanging, meaning at least one man went out improperly dressed. Okay? Clocks had stopped. Lamps were cleaned, trimmed, and ready. As if the men had... I'm just getting paranoid if I'm gonna lag or what. Lamps were cleaned, trimmed, and ready. As if the men had planned to return. There were no signs of a struggle. No blood. No damage inside. No bodies. The lighthouse was fully operational, yet abandoned. The logbook entries were unsettling. A few days before the disappearance, Marshall had written about unusual storms, powerful winds. One entry mentioned crying. Strange because he was... This story is kinda confusing in my opinion. Then silence. The final entry simply noted the storm had passed. After that, nothing. Investigators searched the island. They found damaged railings torn from solid iron, a massive supply box smashed open, rock faces scarred as if something enormous had struck the island, but still no bodies, no remains. I lagged a bit, okay. Okay, so I lagged. I was reading without even looking at the screen. When I lagged, you probably missed some lines, definitely. How about I wait again? I think the lag is hurting. I know what to do. From tomorrow, hopefully nothing gonna lag from the next stream. I think we gotta fix it. And we will. Like lately, it's happening. Not lately, just last stream and today. Long ago, something was happening, but it was not that issue. That's different. Yeah, let's just wait for some more people to join. Today, I'm not gonna stream. Did I lag again, Eleanor? I didn't, but am I pixelated? Can you send me a screenshot so that I can understand? Send me a screenshot. Send me a screenshot. I want to see if I'm looking pixelated. I am. Okay, I am. I have a question for you. No, I don't. I don't. What is it exactly? You can tell us. Oh, a rapper. I don't know him. I don't listen to much raps, so I don't know many raps. I just know the mainstream ones, the two popular ones. Okay, I don't know him. Or maybe I do, I just don't remember. Okay, I was pixelated. Rest in peace. Is he your favorite rapper? I think so. I can see myself very clear, but I'm appearing very glitchy to you. In a bit, everything gonna be smooth. It's just now. It automatically closed. I will close the window. I think. Well, it's getting windy a little bit. Let me close the window. Yeah, probably. I think it's the wind. It's actually pretty cold and a little windy now. Am I still pixelated? I'm not gonna stream too long. Let me just remove the restrictions. Maybe it's hurting too, but let me have a good internet first. Just a subtle touch and it lags. So fragile. Okay, let me finish the story. Investigators searched the island. They found damaged railings torn from solid iron. A massive supply box smashed open. Rock faces carved as if something enormous had struck the island, but still, no bodies, no remains, no trace of the men. I know, if the internet lags, everything gonna be lower. It's not my fault. I'm feeling angry actually, but it is what it is. But you can hear me, okay? That's fine. That's fine. So the sea below was violent. Yes, but experienced lighthouse keepers knew better than to all leave their post at once. And yet, all three were gone. People say that lighthouse is absolutely haunted, or somebody is around that lighthouse who never lets any keeper stay in peace. Either they get killed or go missing. The problem remains. Why would all three abandon the lighthouse? Why leave the door unlocked? Why was only one coat missing? Why no bodies ever? Because the lighthouse keeps working. Night after night, its beams swept the sea. Oh, can you hear the background music, by the way? It's not too loud. Okay, this story, I didn't like this story. To be honest, I didn't like the story. I didn't like the story. Why the message was removed? I don't know. Did you say something, hell yeah? For some reason, your message got removed automatically. You didn't even say anything. I did read you. I did you. I did read you. And I see no views. Even though I can see. She removed it, I think. Okay. Why did you remove it? It was not bad. Nothing wrong. You didn't need to remove. Maybe she wanted to say something else, but it was incomplete or anything. Okay, I'm about to read the story number 2. Hopefully it's a good one. The last one I really didn't like. It was kind of messy, as if it was just explaining the situation, nothing else. It wasn't really like a story pacing. It had no plot, no twist, no nothing, just situations after situations. Yes, I am. I am. I'm just looking for that one. My bloody internet. How many views, by the way? I see 0. Now I see 2. Lord help me, please. And how many likes? How many likes? Nothing, man, nothing. I just asked, why did you remove the comment? That's it. 7 likes, okay. 7 likes, not bad. Just 25 minutes and 7 likes. That's kind of unusual for me to have, even though the stream is not getting any smoother. Okay, I think it's smoother now. Do you guys have anything to share? Hell yeah. Do you have any spooky experience you want to share? I'm gladly gonna read it out loud. I actually didn't remove the restrictions, by the way. It's still subscribers only. Where are you from, by the way, hell yeah? I got a story now. Let's see if it's a good one. again in Germany. Okay. In Germany, 1922, a family lived on a remote farm. I think I read that one. It, it really sounds familiar. Let me just check before reading it. Yeah, it sounds very familiar. In Germany, 1922, a family lived on a remote farm. Days before anything happened, the owner noticed something strange. Footprints leading from the forest to the house. No footprints leaving. Tools going missing. Sounds in the attic at night. He searched the house, found nothing. This story was proven to be true, so take everything seriously. Whenever they say take everything seriously, I feel like not taking it seriously. You know what I mean? Like, if anybody tell that I'm gonna tell you a story, and trust me, it really happened. It's not false. If they try to convince you before even saying the story, I don't know, it sounds kind of unbelievable already. I don't know if you guys can relate to it, but that's how I feel. In my opinion, when you say a story, I think I'm not gonna say this line from now on, even if it's written, because it actually kills the suspense. So I'm not gonna say that part. Okay, so footprints leading from the forest to the house, no footprints leaving, tools going missing, sounds in the attic at night. He searched the house, found nothing. Then the farm went silent. Neighbors noticed smoke still coming from the chimney, animals still being fed, but no one answering the door. Okay, no one answering the door. When people finally went inside, they found 6 bodies. The entire family, including a child. All were murdered with a farming tool, a small farming tool. And the bodies looked like whoever killed them didn't just stab or anything. They kept stabbing to do the damage. Okay, that sounds pretty painful. The worst part? The killer likely, yeah, I knew it, this is the story, lived in the house for days, ate their food, fed the animals, slept there after killing them. He was chilling for days. He ate, he cooked, he took a shower, and then he left. How many times I'll read the same old story? Okay, yeah, it is. I literally read that long time ago. Boring. I don't like to read the old stories. But even though, if somebody is new here, for them it's gonna be new. So it's okay, I guess. Okay, you can go. Come back soon. Should I remove the restrictions? Should I? I think I should. Oh. "32 minutes. Just 32. I'll just check something. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Let me just check what. Okay, you're back. I'll be right back, actually. Just a minute. Don't go anywhere. Everything is fine. I'm sorry if I took a while. I'm sorry, I just realized I gotta do this to fix. Okay, I'm back. Okay, time to read the story. Let's wait for some more people to join. Let's wait. Oh Lord, welcome back. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know how supervillains are created? Slow internet. Okay, let's read another story. Should I save the story for that friend who wanted to join, or should I read it? I mean, I can always read it twice. So maybe if we get enough people, I will read. I will read. By the way, how is the music? Can you hear the music? Like not too loud, but can you hear that? Like, can you understand the music? Lord, please help. Okay, the music is fine. And you can hear the music while hearing my voice, right? It's not interrupting, and my voice is obviously louder than the music. Imagine there was a music out there which can hypnotize people, and if I used it, that would make them stay and subscribe. That would be cheating, of course, and I wouldn't do that. But imagine if things like that was a thing. Like, through music, you made them stay and subscribe. But imagine if things like that. Shut the fuck up. That was my own stream. I was just checking the audio. But maybe it's a thing. Long time ago, 2018, I don't know what happened, But I was like getting interested to have blue eyes. But I wanted, like, I was wondering if it's possible to have blue eyes naturally. And then I researched. Of course, it's BS, but some people out there said you can actually change your eye color hormonally through meditation. And of course, I found it funny. So, what I did, I found out some channels, they're like guaranteeing that if you listen to these music for long enough, you will slowly. Yeah, that's very stupid. I know, and I feel embarrassed. And I knew it. Even though I was watching those videos, listening to these, it's not like I believed these. Not even 1% faith I had. But it was funny that if you listen to these music, very calming, soothing. The music were very fine, by the way. I liked the music. I did listen to them while working out. I was like, okay, let's hear it. And I enjoyed. It was really calming, relaxing. But they guarantee that if you listen to these music every single day for 30 to 60 days, you will gradually see some changes. They like these won't make your eyes black to blue drastically, but you will see a little bit of change. So that was pretty funny, and you won't believe those music, background music. I don't know what to call them, meditation music maybe, they have millions of views. So many people actually tried. A lot of them didn't. They were just having fun, just like me. But maybe a lot of people out there actually believed and tried it for real. And they actually tricked people to give them views. Obviously, that was the thing. That was their this is scamming too, in my opinion. Even though I don't feel angry at those kind of scammers, because you sound stupid already. Of course, nobody gonna believe you. Rarely somebody gonna believe you. 10 out of 100 people gonna believe you. Even though 90 out of 100 gonna try, maybe out of curiosity, not with faith or anything. But you're scamming. This is scamming too, and I hate scammers. I saw hypnosis music to get the job. Okay, that's even funnier. That's even funnier than mine. Let me tell you why. Those music, which guarantees that you're gonna change your eye color, they're at least they're scientifically giving you some examples that your hormones gonna change, so you might see some changes. But this thing was like super stupid. If mine was stupid, this was super stupid. Like, how this gonna help you to find a job? You know? If it was like, if you listen to this music, you will have sharper brain, therefore you're gonna work better. Then yeah, I would see like they're like pseudoscience or bro science, whatever you wanna call them, not proven. Yeah, that's clearly very stupid. How many votes I got? Let's check. Did you actually try listening to those? There's no shame. I know even if you did it for fun. It's not like you believed them. Of course you didn't. Nobody would believe them. This just reminds me of something very stupid and silly. Unbelievable. I saw a post. No, I didn't try. Okay, but even if you did, it would be funny. I would actually check what type of musics are they. Like hypnosis music, right? Hypnosis music are. And I would actually comment like, yeah, I got a job, but I think I shouldn't because a lot of people would think I'm being serious. Not everybody understands sarcasm, you know? So if I said it with a straight comment, I got a job, finally, a lot of people would believe it and try it. So I think there's always the right time and place to joke. So I saw a post. It's like a village, maybe a village, I'm not sure. And there's a small tech store, not exactly tech store, but I don't know, maybe they fix phones and stuff, but a very small store. And there was a banner. It says, "We help you to open Gmail, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, basically social media. If you open Gmail, Play Store is free." Can you imagine what type of stupidity and what type of scammers are they? And they're actually charging for those. Like, how helpless you gotta be to go there to open an account. I get it. A lot of old people don't know these. They're like clueless. But you have your grandkids, right? You have kids around. So it's not that big of a deal. You don't have to pay money to open an account. I call those ethical scamming. Reason is simple. You're not doing anything illegal, but still you're stealing. You're still stealing. Let me tell you, like, yeah, you can have issues with these. But if I had, like, let's say I have a tech store, I would do these for free. I wouldn't charge for this. Just to, like, let's say a grandma. Of course, she's clueless about tech. She has no idea how to open an email, Gmail. I would open this for free. I wouldn't charge money for her. Like, it makes no sense, and it shows how desperate, how greedy you are, that you're taking advantage of a weak old being, you know? You're fixing her phone, that's a different thing. You're opening an account for her, a Facebook account? I mean, if you fix something, that's different. I would do that for free. I swear, and I help people with these all the time. My family members, my friends, my relatives, I help old people all the time with these. Not just old, even young ones. Like, basically I help them with tech. I'm not a huge tech guy, but whatever I can do, I help them with this. Like, I'm at least better than them. There should be a service like this for old people, but a free service. Absolutely, I actually agree with this. And it's not like you have to work so hard to do that. I mean, if you fix a phone or something, maybe you can charge a little bit. But I think we should assist the old people. First of all, they don't understand anything. Second of all, they don't have strong eyesights, right? And yet, you're charging them. And I think they're like the scammers usually aim at them, you know? They're the praise basically. Of course, you and I won't get scammed that way. If somebody wants to scam us, it needs to be something very complicated. It's not like I never got scammed. I was scammed twice. I just took a risk. I doubted, but I was like, let's see. Like, I did voiceover for a client. I did many, and he always delayed the payment. He said, "I will give you, bro. I will, I will, I will." I did like 30 voiceover for his YouTube channel, and then he said he can't. I said, "Listen, bro." I actually kind of humiliated him. I said, "Listen, bro. If you're poor, if you're broke, and you need a voice artist, and you don't want to use an AI voice, of course, even they need money. If you want some free service, just say it. Just say it." And he said, "Okay, man, I can't pay." So I just insulted him humbly. That's it. And I think I deserved that punishment. Why? Because I trusted somebody and I did 30, a lot of voiceovers. I did so many without getting any payments. I should have waited, like, give me 30% maybe, and then I'll continue. Since then, I don't receive, like, I don't accept a random voiceover offers. I always take my time. I always was like this, but at some point I was getting softer. I was like, let's just take some risk. Otherwise, I wouldn't get a lot of offers. You know, we gotta risk to get more work. But anyways, Did I lag? I hope... No, I didn't lag, but am I pixelated again? Whenever I ask if I'm pixelated, it sounds kinda stupid, as if I'm asking if I look like a Minecraft block. As I remember when I was younger, like now my face is not that square. Okay, I'm pixelated. I'm like Minecraft. So when I was a kid, I was pretty skinny. Therefore, my jawline appeared more chiseled, you know? So I looked kind of square, a little bit. And I would look in the mirror and ask myself, why are you like a box, man? I would make fun of myself. And I always I didn't have a jawline. I wish I was chubbier or narrower. But now I'm like, so stupid, man. You have no idea that it's actually a good thing for men. It's an asset for men to have chiseled jawline. You don't want chubbiness. Can you imagine, as a kid I used to dream of having a chubby face? Not like fat chubby, like chubbiness, like this. And I wanted to have a haircut. I think I told you, from Dumb and Dumber, Jim Carrey's haircut. I actually liked that haircut. I wanted to have that. I mean, how stupid I was. I wanted to have that haircut and a chubby face. Seriously. I was definitely a weird kid. I had a weird taste, and I used to imagine myself. Sorry, I have to hold my laugh. So we always imagine ourselves something cooler. Yeah, maybe that haircut was trendy, but not like Jim Carrey's. It was totally a dumb haircut. So as a kid, like we all imagine ourselves as something cooler or superhero or a character from a movie. So I used to imagine myself, which is I still find that cool and I would love that look, of course. I would imagine myself black trench, like Matrix, black trench coat, a jeans, a black shirt, black glasses, and that haircut from Jim Carrey, from the movie Dumb and Dumber, and a chubby face. Like everything is so cool, but why the hell I wanted that look for my face? It makes no sense. It just kills the cool vibe. Yeah, exactly, but not the haircut. Literally that haircut. Let me just show you which I mean. You know it, of course, but still. What's so appealing here? I don't know. But I was like, I actually remember why. I was in the hair salon or whatever you want to, at the barber. He was cutting my hair and he gave this haircut on purpose. He said, "Let me give you this haircut. It's gonna make you look cute." He did that. And in this hair salon, for a while I liked it. Because all the lightings, the mirrors, I was like, okay, it's actually looking good. But when I was home, I didn't like it, of course. But that very moment, I liked it, and I was like, I need this exact cut, which I could never have later on. This haircut. I literally wanted to have this haircut. Cool trench coat, without parting. Sorry I lagged. It's gonna happen every now and then, it's okay actually. Uh, yeah, now it's fine, now it's fine. I think now it's fine. Close the app and then join again, it's gonna be fine. Because I'm fine now. Without the parting. Like, it was just one line. That's what makes it stupid. That's the bowl cut. When you have parting, it's not necessarily a bowl cut. You know? Now I'm fine. I know I'm fine. Don't worry, I'm gonna fix it soon. Okay, small kid has arrived. Welcome. Even though I see zero, but I don't know. Hell yeah. Welcome back again. I hope everything is smoother now. It's more emo if it's long enough, you know? If it's like reaching the nose, like Justin Bieber, for example. But that wasn't the look I was aiming for. If it was like that, I will be like, okay, that's not bad. I actually didn't entirely. I will. I just checked a little bit because I got busy. I was helping. I was doing a lot of stuff, so I couldn't. But I will. Yeah, I think as a young kid, it's fine, right? Even though I kinda have that hairstyle since I like till 20, but it was different. It was not like a bowl cut. It was more like a messy hair. Like when I was 18, 19, 20, 21 even, I would keep my hair all messy. And a lot of people judged, they would think that I don't know how to do my hair, but they never understood that I was doing this on purpose. The reasoning was till 20 it's okay too. No, but not that bowl cut. Till 20 I didn't have that bowl cut. I was saying that that kind of no, not even wolf cut. The bowl cut was done when I was a kid, when I was a toddler. Maybe I abandoned it when I was 10. But later on, I used to keep my hair all messy, like bangs basically. That was not a bowl cut. And I used to have that because my idea was I'm not gonna put a lot of effort on my hair. That's my style. But nobody understood. Oh, you wants to have a wolf cut. To have a wolf cut, you need to have longish hair. I might try that at some point. I might try that. Wolf cuts are good. Let me show you. Actually, it's easy to understand. I don't have to show you. So later on, as a teen, my hair was just short and just it was all over the place on purpose. I never combed it on purpose, you know? That was cooler in my opinion. I liked it. Even though this part sounds like a bowl cut, but it was not a bowl cut. It was just messy, that's it. I don't have a name for this. It was something I created, but I know it exists out there, but I just don't know the name. It's a haircut I always liked. But eventually I realized that this is not a haircut for my face shape. I have a chiseled face. This haircut is for more of a softer face. So I eventually abandoned it a little bit. Like I modified it later. You're still young. You're gonna grow beard eventually. You will grow beard. It just takes time. I grew beard when I was too young. I kinda didn't like it. Like when I was 15, I was having facial hair. 15, yeah, 14 to 15. I was having facial hair and I was like, I don't want to look older than I am. If I'm 15, I want to look 15. So that was pretty annoying in my opinion. But now I'm like, you should be feel proud that you got facial hair. A lot of people, like my brother, still can't grow a fuller beard. Like it's very patchy. So I feel lucky that I always had full of facial hair. Let me ask you a question. Let's see if you can answer it or not. Actually, let me make a poll. I'm gonna make a poll. A stupid poll. Okay, that's a stupid pull. And beards have been trending for a while now. Yeah, absolutely. In India, I heard if a police officer keeps the mustache, okay, they get paid more. That's really funny if it's actually true. It is actually true. I actually researched about it. So if I was a cop there and I had my full beard and mustache, of course, I would get more money. More money just to have facial hair. That's kind of cool, actually. Like, less effort to have more money. Yeah, but that's actually true. You can Google it. You can ask AI. It's actually true. If you have a mustache as a police officer, you probably get a bonus or like maybe 10% more money. I'm not sure the ratio, but it's a thing. It's definitely a thing. And it's funny. Like, why? Are you that insecure? What if somebody can't grow facial hair at all, but he wants to? What he gonna do? If I know what I would do, I would use a fake mustache if I didn't have a facial hair, of course. I would use a fake mustache if I couldn't grow, or at least I would draw. Like it can be a mustache and beard, or just a mustache. If you have a beard, you gotta have the mustache. Without the mustache, I don't think they're gonna pay extra. You gotta have the mustache. It doesn't matter if it's thick or like a caterpillar. It doesn't matter. Thick, thin, patchy, it doesn't matter. But you gotta have something there. So that it makes you look manly enough, I guess. I don't know. But just a mustache is an ugly look. Mullet and a mustache. Uglier. I'd rather stay bald my whole life with no beard, like a flat face, but never a mustache and mullet. It's funny, but 1 kg. Okay, I don't know who voted this. The question was, what's heavier? 1 kilogram of feathers? 1 kilogram of steel? I was trying to do that Irish accent or Scottish accent, I guess. That's how Scottish people speak, right? What's heavier? 1 kilogram of a kilogram of steel or a kilogram of feathers? They would say it like that, feathers. But did you try to have just a mustache while looking? No, never. Yeah, you remember that. So that's the exact joke I made through the poll. And his accent was funnier in my opinion. While shaving, I never clean shaved though. I always trim down stubble. So I did one thing. I did stubble, and I was just trying to see if my mustache looks thicker. That's what I did. But no, I never shaved clean, so I could never see that. But yeah, stubble works. When I did like a day, 1 or 2 day long, that type of, it's called 10-day stubble basically. So I did that while keeping the mustache. I did see, but I look weird. I don't look bad, but I look weird. Like that's not my face, you know? Like everything looks out proportion. But I kind of look like those people, like those comedy actors on purpose, where they keep a mustache, that type of look. Kind of Hispanic too, to be honest. I would post it, but it gonna look so funny that people gonna make fun out of me. The clip is funnier because of the accent and his facial. Yeah, he was so confused that it felt so real, like he was actually feeling betrayed because he always believed. But the steel is heavier. The steel is heavier, so he was very confused and shocked. But both are kilograms. He was still. I feel like checking that now. It didn't feel like he was actually acting. That's what I liked about it. You know, a lot of times a comedian gonna act to be funny, and that kind of kills the vibe. And multiple people were trying. Yeah, they were saying, uh, but both are kilogram. I don't understand. But both are kilogram. I love the accent. It's a Scottish accent, right? Yeah, that's from a show, I know. That's from a show. I think there's a full video out there from this show. This part of this. This is not a skit exactly. I think, no, this is a skit. This is a skit. Somebody actually voted 1 kg feathers. Why am I saying it like that, like him? A kilogram of feathers? Yes, Scottish. I think Irish people are like, they say I to O. I don't know what to do, mate. Irish, Scottish, Australian, New Zealand, they have similar accent, I feel. Similar, not the same. I mean similar, almost the same. Some words, but of course, if you're an Irish or Scottish, you're gonna understand the difference. I don't know if I can do the Scottish accent. I try to do different accent for no reason, just to entertain myself. Sometimes I will just walk and speak to myself in different accent for no reason. I'm glad that people around me, like, they're not aware of different type of accents, otherwise they would think I'm joking to myself. I think I can do a lot of accents in a joking fashion, not seriously, of course. I'm not perfect with those. A kilogram of feathers? But both are kilograms? What are you saying, mate? I watched a short from that Chinese guy, Bobby. He was like telling the host to act like a dad so that he can respond. Like he was basically doing an act, and he said, "Okay, just call me as a dad." And he said, "Bobby," and that made him laugh because he didn't need to do the accent, but he did the accent anyways. Just because he's Asian, so he was acting a Chinese dad. I think you watched that short, definitely. Bobby, like this. What is happening now? My internet is slow. And I noticed one thing. You watched it, right? Whenever I, like, my voice tone actually depends on the language I speak. Like, I noticed if I try to speak like an Asian, my voice go higher pitch. I can't speak it with my actual tone or heavier. Like, low tone, not at all. It needs to be high. Automatically it happens. For example, if I try to mock an Asian accent, what are you doing, son? You see that? You see that it automatically gets to that point. I think language also controls uh, your your pitch. I think so. I noticed as a voice actor, like I noticed that whenever I speak a different language, my voice goes different. I'm not a huge established voice actor yet, of course, but enough experience to tell you that this happens actually. This happens. Like if I speak in an Indian accent, my voice goes, "Hello, what are you doing, son?" You see that? It happens automatically. Or maybe it's just psychological, I don't know. I'm about to read some stories. I don't know why I'm speaking like that. So it means Spanish. Let me say a Spanish sentence and check how the. I know that when I speak Spanish, my it doesn't sound like I sound when I speak English. So let's try. Hola, ¿cómo estás? It's not that deep nor high-pitched. Hola, ¿cómo estás, amiga? You can hear it's actually a little high. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Or softer. Buenos Aires. Yeah, it goes little higher pitched. Maybe it's a thing. But as a voiceover artist, I notice that it happens automatically to me. Even if I try, it happens automatically to me. And that's a cool thing. Uh, Australian accent. Oh, I mess things up with Australian and British accent, kind of. I don't know, mate. This is not how Australians speak. I have to find a sentence to read. Oi, mate. Are you doing well? Yeah, that sounds kinda normal, since it's still English. Would you like to have some tea, sir? When I speak British, it stays similar to my actual voice, but gets a little bit softer. Little bit. I would like to have some tea, sir, if you don't mind. Or a bowl of water. No, don't say that, it's very offensive. Water. Actually, it's water. Let's have some water, please. There are two kinds of British people. One who gonna say water, like no tea. Other gonna say the tea very strongly, like water. And that's a rare one. Maybe it's a specific city or province. I don't know. Water, right, exactly. Let's have some water with caution. I'm gonna end the stream soon. The test was successful. I wish I didn't lag much, otherwise I would understand what's going on. An Australian would say war. Yeah, maybe war. War? I think it's just an exaggeration. I don't think they say it that strongly. War. Water. Can you guess what accent is this? Let's have a bottle of water. Water. Let's have some water. I didn't do the tone, I just pronounced it water. I think Italians speak it that way. Water. Let's have some water. Let's dunk some pasta in water and mix it with donut and mix it. Yeah, not Southeast Asian. Southeast Asian people won't say ta. They would say ta. Ta, ta. They would say it like ta. Water. That's how they say water. An Italian would say water. Maybe. I'm not sure. Water. Water. What up? Okay, so the stream was not successful as I thought because of the lags, but still I could test the reach. I restricted on purpose. Look at that, a mosquito. Can you see the mosquito? I'm gonna kill it now. I don't know if it's very visible to you. Let me just remove the pole. That's done. Look at the mosquito. I'm gonna clip that and make a short. Look at this mosquito. I'm gonna kill it. Otherwise, it's gonna bug me the whole night. and I have to kill. But I'm feeling very sad to kill it by announcing. I should have... Yeah, it's sucking my blood. I killed it. I killed it! Look at that. Look at that idiot. I literally killed him by insulting him. Because I basically poked him. I didn't even slap. I poked him. And I was so slow. But this dumb idiot was drunk. Yeah, he was drunk. Or he knew that I'm streaming and I'm not gonna pay attention to him. He was being very cocky, basically. I'm not proud of it, but you deserve it. And I'm sorry. Rest in peace. Let's put the focus on here. Okay, I'll end the stream. So I'll see you next time. The test was kinda successful, but not exactly.